Hey, welcome to the second episode of Wolfman Moto 660. We're going to show you today all the accessories that I've added to this bike thus far to make this adventure worthy. We're getting close, we're getting real close. We're going to start doing some adventures nearby just to kind of get built up to where we can do some longer trips. And so we know what we need to bring and get comfortable doing that. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so to start off, when I bought this machine out of Plano, Texas, so yes, luckily there are two dealerships within 2 to 3 hours from where I live. One in Austin, Texas, one in North Plano, which is where I bought mine, Plano Suzuki. And talk to Tom if you happen to go by there. Okay, so what I had them add before I came to pick the bike up was a center stand. So I wanted a center stand. I thought that was real important to get the bike upright and be able to work with things. Also, I had them add the heated hand grips. So with the factory heated hand grips, you're able to integrate it in with the TFC screen, so you can toggle through here, find your heated hand grips, and do low, medium, and high, depending on how warm you want them. I tested them. They're really, really good. So one is like really low heat. You can feel it with your gloves. And then on 3, your hands are cooking. Very nice. All right, so the other thing I added is, of course, you see these, this is a RAM mount for my quad lock for the phone. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I do have the anti-vibration for the phone to help reduce vibrations on the phone. So the case for the phone is not bad. I don't mind it at all. But off-road, it's gonna, it could really damage your phone. So there's anti-vibration. I've got it ordered, it's coming in. We'll test it out. I think when I'm on the highway stuff, I will use it, but when I go off-road, I'll probably tuck it into a pocket somewhere. And then these are just camera mounts. I do have a X360 X3 camera and a mount then. All right, let's move on. So the next thing we have is wind deflector that you just clip onto the top of your windshield. Now, my first ride, I did not have this. This was hitting me right about the nose and eye sight. And when it was windy, it would kind of push my head around some. This really helps a lot. This is adjustable up and down and tilts. So I'm still playing with it to get the maximum wind off of my head. But so far, it's going really good. All right, let's talk about the crash bars, upper and lower. Now these are from a company out of Dallas, Texas, Tuareg. Very nice, solid, and powder coated, painted. Very nice quality product there. Very reasonable price. I will leave links in the description. And so you can see for yourself and shop for yourself. They do it for a number of bikes. I also got the lower crash bars from Tuareg Racing. They also make a heavy duty skid plate, which I will be getting in the near future. Now something else I added is this helmet lock. It really grips on there very well, and the key, and you can lock your helmet without having to carry your helmet into places. Which leads me to my next item. The tank bag by Tusk. Very nice bag. Lots of room, little compartments. Very handy. What I really like is you can unbuckle it 4 places, and then you can carry it in with you. You can have all your little valuables and stuff inside there. All right, let's see what else we have. So the Pannier Racks, I went with Tuareg. So they do have a Tuareg USA website, and that's where I've got my Pannier Racks. They're not a bad price. And then I also got a heat shield for my muffler. I got that from Tuareg as well. I believe I got that from Tuareg. Maybe Tusk. I will put that on the screen for sure. And then the top rack, Tuareg as well. And so it fits well on there. And then with my luggage, I went with budget-friendly luggage bags. So this is from Tusk. I think they're around $250, and I got the water bottle holders that'll hold 32-ounce bottle, and it molly webs to the bag. This is not the easiest setup. Once you get the bags attached to the pannier racks, it's not too bad, but you do have to do a lot of clipping and running straps and things like that. And you really don't want to cut the excess straps because this roll top comes up pretty high. Sometimes you're going to have items in here where you're just barely going to roll this once or twice, buckle that in, and you're going to need that excess strap. But when you're empty, it goes way down. You got to find a place to wrap these straps. And it's really not set up to take these bags on and off very well. There's a lot of Velcroing and straps and things. But the one thing is it is pretty easy to get things out of here. The outer bag is not waterproof. They do come with waterproof insert bags that are the same size, and they are high vis yellow, like my helmet here. And you can put all your items in it, stuff it down in here in the bag, or roll it down, and you're good to go. Another thing I got was this. This is a dry bag, so I got this to go on my top rack, and it will hold like larger tents and things like that, and maybe some stuff on top. So you can strap things on top of this as well. You can unbuckle it and then carry this in with you somewhere or to a campsite. All right, so looking at the front of the bike here, you see some highway pegs down there on the bottom. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Highway pegs on an adventure bike? Hell yeah. Because when you have 3 bulging discs in your lower back, you need that extra riding position. Man, let me tell you, when you've been like this for an hour, it feels really good to go like that. It really does. So these highway pegs, a couple of Allen wrenches, and you can take this whole thing off, and you can put them basically anywhere on these crash bars that you want. That is a position that I found that I liked riding, and they do fold up out of the way. But when we get into off-roading, this could catch on some rocks and things like that. If you're going to get into some gnarly stuff, I would suggest taking your Allen wrench that I keep in my Tusk Tank Bag. Take that off and throw these in a bag somewhere until you're back on smooth travel and get your Cadillac on, as I like to call it. So the hand guards, these are the one that came with the bike. They're fine. At some point I'll probably go with some bark busters, just because those are a little bit more durable, all right, because there's some aluminum or metal bar in there. This is just plastic, but it's sufficient for now, kind of like the skid plate is sufficient for now. I think these mirrors are okay for now. I do like the, man, I can't remember what they're called, but it's kind of like a ram mount, and they're easier to move in out of the way when you get into some like trees and single track. You don't want them catching on things. You can fold them in real easy, things like that. Other than that, I think this is going to be about it. We may add a Garmin navigation here pretty soon, so we'll mount that up here. All right, man, so everything I've added to this bike so far, we are so close to getting gear packed in. I've practiced a few times around my house. We're getting close to going out and doing some overnight stuff. Get comfortable. We're trying different gear, things I can bring, things I shouldn't bring. Try to keep the weight down as much as we can, but I also want maximum comfort. So that is what I'm going to be looking for in my adventures. Coming up next on Wolfman Moto 660. What the heck is this moto tent? What is it? You got to stick around for that video coming up soon. It is an awesome tent with a garage.